What's going on, good people? Martina Yelverton here on this amazing Watch Me Work Wednesday. What you guys just had the opportunity to see was a slide presentation that was created in a software called Placeit. So if you have not had the opportunity to see my live where I go through the use of free software, then I would absolutely hope that you would want to do that you would want to go through and see some of the softwares that I have that align with what you guys can do to expand and expose and excel your brand. So yes, absolutely, come on in the room. Go ahead and be coachable, teachable, trainable, and post your city and state where you are chiming in from. This allows me to see where my reach is expanding out to. What's going on, sis Talicia, out of Toccoa, Georgia? So good to see you. Welcome to each and every one of you. Yes, you caught the beginning on today. I promise you, I was just barely lucky enough to get it started today on time because I know I want to continue and complete the series on print, web, and social media, but I have so many other goods that I want to give you guys that it gets a little bit convoluted on my end sometimes because I want to make sure that I'm remaining consistent in whatever it is that I share, but I don't want to miss the opportunity to give you the other things that come up along the way. So it gets a little frustrating sometimes not to be able to just jump right into what I want to share with you guys because I'm trying to remain consistent as well. So it can get a little, up in the air sometimes, but definitely come on in the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable, post your city and state where you are chiming in from. Definitely greetings to each and every one of you. What's going on, Ms. Deborah? So good that you could make it today. So excited to see you on today. If you guys want to share the broadcast, I will run those credits one more again, but give me an opportunity myself to get this shared out on additional platforms as well. So of course, as you guys know, I do take the opportunity to go over to my YouTube channel and share it over to Twitter and to LinkedIn as well. The wonderful thing about the way that I'm doing this is also the availability that I have to mute both of those sites. The availability that I have to also go live on LinkedIn's platform as well. So that, of course, is my hope to get that on and popping here quick, fast, in a hurry so that I will be able to not interrupt the live to get that share out, but so that I won't have to take this time away from coaching and training to get that done. So I'm getting it posted and set up on LinkedIn as well. If you guys want to do the same on your end, that would be much, much, much appreciated. And then I'm definitely going to make sure that I get it shared into our group. Even though you guys know that we handle this live, I still like to make sure that it's in the group so that it can be seen, because not everybody makes their way over to the business page. So if you guys want to take the opportunity to check in today, that would be greatly appreciated. And check in via the business page if you get the opportunity. So I have it now shared in the group, and I'm also going to share it live today on my timeline. Let me make sure that I get that done there as well, and then I'll be excited to move forward and give you all this good. So as you know, on Monday, we actually discussed print branding. What is a brand, and some of the print media. And so I want to make sure that I continue the series today and make it on through the series today to give you guys the information on the three components of a brand. And it's just a revisit. And the reason that I wanted it to be a revisit is because many of you may have kind of lost sight of what it is that we're trying to do. You may be squirreling just a little bit, and I want to make sure that we reel it in and that we get that done, as well as I wanted to just put out some content for other people to see some answers to their questions, because some people just won't ask. They'll just, fly by your stuff and be like, oh, she's doing that, wonder what that is, and keep it popping. They literally will not ask what it is or how it correlates to them or how it can work for them. What's going on, Karesha out of Raleigh, North Carolina? Thank you guys so much for being coachable, teachable, trainable, posting your city and state. Thank you so much, Ms. Deborah. I appreciate that. That is definitely a compliment. And you have been riding with me, and these wheels have fell off, been put back on, got stripped up, ripped up, taken away, and put back on. And I appreciate you for riding with me the entire time. So yes, what I'm going to do is ensure that I do take the opportunity to roll that credit one more again in the beginning, and then we'll jump right into a quick recap of Monday, and then we'll jump right into web branding, because people really need to understand some of the web branding that they miss out on as well. What's going on, Miss Phyllis out of New York as well? So good to see you. I appreciate you making time for me today and hopping on the stream and getting this information. So let's see if I can go ahead and get that stream to roll one more again, and then we'll jump right into it. So I'll see if I can get the screen to cooperate today and just come down. There we go. And I'll pull this one down as well so that we can jump right into a little bit of information about who I am and why you should listen to the information that I'm sharing with you guys on today. So my name is Martina Britt Yelverton, and just as simply as I can put it, I am a lover of branding, period, point blank, okay? I'm a brand master. I'm a brand ambassador for my own company, the Always Be Marketing Apparel Company. I'm a CashflowQueen and income strategist. I am a KMK LLC, Legacy LLC co-founder with my business partner, Kirk Wheeler, and our amazing kids who are creating designs in their own store, as well as a Google My Business educator and an ambassador with the Knightdale Chamber of Commerce. I'm also a brand new Forex trader, and that is taking some time to learn, because I promise you, when I look at those screens, I am so lost in the sauce and confused, you just don't know. But the exciting thing about it is that that's expected when you learn something new. So it's not a problem. It's just interesting altogether. Okay. So in my excitement to learn all that, in putting out here what my daily goals are and things that I endeavor to do on a regular, consistent basis, and that is to brand you, to educate you, and to help you. Period, point blank. Ultimately, to help you leave a legacy. But the bottom line is to make sure that you are out here professionally, you have your professional face on, that you understand what it is that you're doing, why it is that you're doing it, how it will benefit you and others. You understand the consistency that is necessary, and that you understand, just the bottom line of the repetitiveness that this particular industry takes. And by industry, what I'm referring specifically to is your desires to run your own business, period. Whether it's brick and mortar, home base, working with another company, none of that truly matters to me. For the last 12 years, I have started out helping churches and ministries, startups, small corporations, home-based business owners here in the last 4 years, but more specifically, various network marketing industry representatives, associates, and IBOs, right? I help people who want help, period, point blank. And in the end, my ultimate goal is to help you if you choose to want help, right? So if you find that you are in need of anything that I am able to offer, I would hope that you would head over here to the bit.ly/BrandMaster Blueprints link, and that you would look around the store site and see if there's anything that could assist you. And if so, grab it. Why? Because I endeavor to help people have a professional face, get out here, do what they need to do, and do what? Literally take over these streets. A lot is going on right now. A lot of people are stuck at home. Some people have been re-released out into these streets. And my only problem with being re-released out into these streets is that it's almost like, and this may be a bad analogy to have live on a call, but I saw this post and it made so much sense to me. Opening up some states and leaving some states closed is almost like peeing in a swimming pool. Like and I was just like, wow. That is so spot on for exactly what it's like. If we'd have just shut everything down instantly in the beginning when this hit, I think the impact would not have been as catastrophic. However, in the end, you have to know and understand, believe and trust that he is in control, and that no matter what man comes up with, it's already known. And in the end, what his goal, what his will is, will prevail for us all. So just ride the wave. Just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, be in pursuit of a profit, be in pursuit of giving value, be in pursuit of helping people. And that is what I endeavor to do each and every single day. So today we're going to continue the series on how to create a simplified, profitable personal brand that actually correlates to your business, right? I've been doing this for many years. And the main thing that I help people understand is this can be simplified. This really can be simplified. It can be broken down into something that literally you do understand and that you can handle yourself. I want to make sure that you are able to understand the consistent nature that it takes and learn the use of a simplified technique. If you can do that, then you're golden. I'm going to flip through the screens where I introduce myself because I've already done that. Plus, you can go back and catch Monday. But I want to talk more specifically with me getting you guys to understand what a brand is. A brand is you, as I've said several times. But more importantly, the brand is your promise to deliver. So if you can understand that, then everything else that I'm going to talk to you about now that's correlating to the web will make a lot more sense, okay? If you can understand that a brand is essentially you and your promise to deliver, you will get all of this. All right. So I'm going to pop out of there and I'm going to scroll on down to where we left off on Monday and jump directly over here into today, where we pick up on the web presence. Okay. So I asked this question on Monday with regards to print, and I'm going to ask this question again with regards to web. So let me move some of my branding off the screen here so I can make sure you guys see what it is that I want you to see. And that's all the information that is going to be on the screen. So there we go. Let's pull that off up there. And we don't need that up there. Okay, so we should be good to go here so you guys can see the full slide presentation. Let me know that you can still hear me when I go to this. Can you guys still hear me speaking now that I have pulled myself off the screen? If so, drop me a comment. Let me know, yes, we can still hear you, and then I'll continue. If not, I'll have to throw my screen back in, which will limit the view. But I'm looking to see someone post, yes, we can still hear you, so that I will know to continue. And if not, okay, it looks like Deborah is saying yes, she can still hear me. I had to go over to over to YouTube and check that out. So I'm going to keep talking since it sounds like you guys can hear me now that I pulled myself from it. All right. So check it out, guys. This is a question that you probably are thinking, I don't know anything about the web. So I'm not 100% sure that I can answer this question. The question is, how effective do you feel you would be right now with your online presence? Whether or not you had to take care of your web, whether or not you had to go and purchase a domain and a subdomain and set up those URL links, whether or not you had to set up SEO, any of that. If you would feel comfortable on a scale of 0 to 10, write that number down. And yes, you should have your pens and paper and be ready to take notes, because you know I go fast. I give a lot of information. And guess what? The pen remembers more than you do. Okay, the pen and paper remembers more than you do. So make sure that you always come to my sessions with pen and paper. Write that number down on a scale of 0 to 10. How effective you would be. 10 being, I got this, I can roll with it, I'm going to ride till the wheels fall off, I know exactly what I'm doing. 0 being, I haven't a clue, sis, help me out. Write that number down on your piece of paper for me, please, everyone. All right, so today we're going to cover some terminology that may look a little Japanese to you. However, the way that I've explained it and that I continue to explain it, I have found really does help people. I have found that it helps people, that they understand, that they get it, and that's what I want to hear. So good, great. You guys can hear me loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Deborah, for taking notes. And yes, I will definitely help you out. All right, so guys, we're going to discuss some pretty deep stuff, but again, I promise you the way that I explain it, you will be able to understand it. I'm going to talk to you about a domain and subdomains. I'm going to talk to you about emails, websites, web pages, hosting, maintenance, SSL, and SEO. And guess what? You will understand it, okay? So let's talk about the first thing. What is a domain? A domain in the terminology that's all over the web has this whole definition. A domain is a label that identifies a network domain, a distinct group of computers, blah, 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 blah. Bottom line, a domain is your address on the internet, okay? Just like you have a home and that home has an address. You have a residence and that residence has an address. That's all a domain is. It is your address on the internet, all right? A subdomain simply is the extension. So if you are in an apartment complex, you have an address, right? However, when you're on that property, there are many different sub-addresses inside of that apartment complex. Your specific apartment number could be apartment 123. So your full address could be 100 Way Lane. However, your specific apartment number is apartment number 123. That's literally all a subdomain is. It's the extension of your address. Finally, on this screen is a vanity URL, a hot link, a short link, a shortener, you know, any type of shortening of a long, drawn out, can't remember, can't find it, can't figure out whether or not that's a 0 or a O. It is a quick way to distinguish whatever address you're trying to get someone to. All right. Now, with these, shorteners that you use, you have options. You can go through Google, which is goo.gl, tinyurl, bit.ly. I started out using bit.ly, found out some really great metrics that come with the goo.goo. I'm just going to say Google with the Google shortener. However, because I had already started my full-blown platform using Bitly's, I just continued. But if you're just starting out and you're just getting ready to start setting up shorteners, I'm going to suggest that you use Google if you want to actually measure additional matrix. Now, a lot of the matrix that I get from the bit.ly are good and well. And actually, I probably could show you a few of those without being too disruptive to my platform here. Let's see. So this is Bitly, and there are some really great metrics that you are available to find. So there's a form request that I send out now, and the actual form itself is a long, convoluted, whatever that comes from Bitly. Let's see if I can find it. So this is the follow-up consultation form that I send out, right? This is the address up here for it, docs.google forms, right? But if I need people to get to this specific form request, I created a shortener, right? Called bit.ly/follow-up vision request with Martina. I send that link out and it brings people here to this form for them to complete the form. Does that make sense to you guys? So in using something like that, that helps me not have to remember long drawn out URLs, but it still gets the individual something quick, fast, with me not having to go log into my domain and set it up via my domain. So it's important to be able to see how many people complete your forms, where they're chiming in from. Bitly gives you some really good metrics so you can see the use and the frequency of people basically being coachable, teachable, trainable, and doing what you're asking them to do. All right, so that is one way that you are available to use a shortener and still work on your brand. That is not the screen I meant to pull back up. There we go. All right, so the next thing, and this is where I show you some previous matrix that I had. I forgot that I had added the screen in here. But again, you actually are available to see the location of people coming and using your clicks. So here's one when I was using the Income Shift Pro, and I had 1,700 clicks where people were actually going, and you can see the time of day that they were using it. You could see whether they came from Facebook, whether they came from direct links, whether they used Bitly's that I had out there, where they were inside of the US, outside of the US. It gives you a lot of really great metrics to understand how your form, your link, whatever you're using, how it's progressing. So that's one of the reasons that you would consider using a URL. All right. So now moving on to email. What is email? Email is your digital communication, just like you have a USPS postal box where you actually get mail that is physical, handheld communication. Email is your digital communication. What is an email account? An email account is the actual placeholder where your email ends up. Like there is a box sitting out front of your house, or there are several boxes in your apartment complex. That is the actual holding place of your physical mail. The email account is literally the end result and destination of your digital mail. Okay. Now, you may be going, well, what's the difference between an email account and an email address? Here is the difference. An email address is the actual name that the person uses to send it to. So a person would send you a hard copy postcard, your bills, your letters, your products or services would come to the address, and they would end up in the physical mailbox. You would need to have an address for a person to send your email to for it to end up in your actual digital email account. I hope that's making sense, and I hope you guys don't feel like I'm talking down to you, because I promise you, sometimes people don't understand the distinguishing features of each of these areas, and they all are charged separately and differently. And I'll explain to you why that's important. Talisha, please help me remember to come back and explain why it's important to have these different features on different accounts. If you could remind me about that. All right. So do you have a domain that is specific to you or your brand? We're interactive now. I want you guys to answer in the chat. Do you have a domain that is specific to you or your brand? Meaning, do you own your name on the web? So, Miss Deborah, I know you have Simply Elegant Expressions, right? But do you own DebraWiggins.com? Okay. Talisha, I know you have Smiley's daughter. I know you have I know you have what you do with your specific marketing company, right? But before that, you did not own TealiciaHoppeHarbin. You did not own Hope on Purpose. That is specific to your brand, okay? So you may own whatever your link is that gets to your product, your service, or your company. But my question is, do you have a domain that is specific to you and your brand? And I'll tell you why. Because we never know what the direction the internet is going to go in. Wouldn't you hate it to find out that you could get paid off of your name and you don't own it on the web? That's one thing that I need people to understand. There's a possibility. Who knows what this internet is going to do? But I'm hate to say $20 for a whole year to save the opportunity for someone else to capitalize off of your name. You must own your name. Okay. Another reason you want to own your name. What's going on, Mr. TorrenceWilliams? So good to see you. Another thing and another reason you want to own your name is because anytime you are speaking, anytime you are introduced, Anytime that you are before a group of people, whether it's in a workshop, you're there to teach and educate, or it's a workshop that you're attending, anytime you open your mouth to greet another person, do you not say, "My name is"? That person, if they're taking notes, is going to write down your name. When they go to Google later, they're not going to Google the topic that you spoke on first. What's going on, Elvira, Glen Burnie, Maryland? So good to see you, sis. They're not going to Google the topic you spoke on. They're first going to Google you. This is another reason you should own your name on the web. Okay? And that at the bottom is, if you want to consider making a purchase, if you're already in my branding class, please don't go and make your purchase. It's included in your package. Okay? But if you're interested in moving forward and you're not inside of any of my branding options, then definitely take the opportunity to work with me and consider using my affiliate link, which is domains.makemoneywithmartina.com, and it will allow you to get your domain purchased. Okay, I am an affiliate for GoDaddy, and a lot of my information runs through GoDaddy. Been with GoDaddy since the early 2000s, like 2001 or 2 or something like that. Okay, so squeaky chair. All right, so what is a website? A website, and this part I love to explain. You guys will hear my passion in it, because everybody's bells and whistles go, "Oh, I get it now." All right. It's your house on the internet. So remember the house we spoke about that needed the address? Well, that house is where all of your what? Your rooms are. That's all a website is. A website is your house on the internet. Remember, the domain is the address for your house on the internet, right? The web pages are the rooms inside of that house. Yes, your online house. So of course, what is hosting? Hosting is the taxes that you pay on the land that the house sits on. Yay! I hope everybody is going, wow, that is so simplistic, because really it is, right? If you want to be a part of this online presence and create your online brand, then it's very simple. First, you need a place on the web. You need an address for that place. You need a way to communicate with people for that place on the web. Then you need a way for people to find you on the web. That will be, again, your address, your domain. And if you're trying to direct them to specific areas of your house, then you need subdomains to say, hey, go into the living room and look at what I have on display. You also want to be able to say, hey, by the way, I have a product or a service I want you to find quickly. Here is my address on the web. However, use this extension. It'll take you right to what you're looking for. In addition to that, my house is located at, and when they come to your house, you want them to see all the beautiful rooms, and you never want nobody to come and take your property. So you need to pay your taxes on your property, which is hosting. All right. In addition to that, you have to understand what the purpose of maintenance is. Maintenance is very simply the painting, the cleaning, the updating, the refreshing, the beautifying, the aesthetics, all the beautiful bells and whistles that make your house attractive, that keep your house clean, that makes the internet want to display your house and all of its traffic all of the time. That's what maintenance is. And I hate to say, you don't clean your house for free. You don't paint your house for free. So yes, maintenance is a separate fee that you have to pay to keep your house nice and clean, right? And also, you want to make sure that you have some really beautiful aesthetics for people to literally find your house. That's what SEO is. That is what search engine optimization is. You want to make sure that people know, those keywords. Now I'm going over your head with this, but keywords, meta tags, all of those bells and whistles, like, submissions and directories and, the link URLs, and making sure that you have social media on there, that you're looking for, whatever it is that people are looking for is on your site so they can find you. Those are the bells and whistles that help you get found. And finally, guys, SSL is nothing more than your online security. Most people have a security system in their house. So why would you not have some type of security system for your house that's on the web? I can literally drop my pen and we can go home now, because I'm sure you guys will be able to say, I get it. And if you don't get it, rewatch it, because literally it is that simple. So just that little bit of information, was it helpful? Was it helpful to get you to understand? I'm going to pop up some of these responses that you guys have been responding to. The yes, I got you. Let's see, that's heavy. Yeah, it is heavy. It is heavy because it's a lot of information, but if it isn't explained so that you can really understand and get it, then hey, it's going to continue to go over your head. So I usually ask this question at the end of that portion, just to ask, now do you have a better understanding? Was this helpful? If I were to say to you now, do you think you would be able to do a little bit more with your web presence now that you have this? Would the number that you wrote down at first, is it a point or two higher now? Can you say you feel a little bit more comfortable with the information from before to what you know now? This is interactive, looking for the comments to flow. Simplified, Mr. Torrence. Exactly. Exactly. It's very simplified. Got to get guests to my house. Yes, got to get. Thank you. That's it. You got it. You got it. Teaching me something new. You can teach me. You can teach. You're so funny, Miss Deborah. That's good. That's what I want you guys. I want you guys to feel like you get it, that you understand it, because all I'm trying to do is help you get a simplified understanding, to get clarity. Because once you understand and once you feel confident in it, now you can move forward. So hopefully, yes, your number did increase just a touch. Let me verify what my next screen here, make sure I don't go over into, yeah, that's when I asked, did your original number go up? Okay, so yeah, social media is next. So what I want to show you guys here for this area as we begin to complete this is a lot of the things that you're taught, you don't really gravitate to them or understand them, or is there if there's any area that you need me to go back through and re-explain, then I'll pull back up on the screen and I'll go back through them and re-explain them, because I need for you guys to really get comfortable with this so that you're not intimidated by it, so that you want to know it. Because trust and believe, I am overwhelmed with the information that I'm learning from trading. However, because I know the end result is a lot of great money, I'm pushing myself to go learn it, right? And I'm trying to understand a way to make it simplified for me, right? Because if it's overwhelming for me, you can't imagine what it would be overwhelming like for my network, who just really don't get the online platform, let alone something like trading. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I need for you guys to feel good about the print brand, the web brand, and the social media brand, so that when it's time for you to implement a simplified technique, you don't feel overwhelmed, or you don't shy away, or you don't make time for it, or you don't make it so that it's easy to understand. Okay. Now, earlier I had said that I wanted to explain to you why you should have these areas separate. Let me tell you why. Okay. So these are the different areas. Some of these can be on the same platform. Some of them can be separately platformed. But the bottom line is your domain and your email pretty much run together, right? Your website and your hosting pretty much run together. And then your maintenance, any type of SSL and SEO usually run together as well. However, your website hosting and your SSL and your SEO can be together, and your maintenance can be done separately. The reason you want to keep, let's see, 1 and 2 together, and then 3, 4, 6, and 7 together is because, say a person has their domain through one company, their email through one company, their website through one company, their hosting through one company, all of their maintenance, SSL, and SEO, everything's under one company. And that company has a crash. What do you think will happen to your entire online brand? And I ask this question all the time with social media, and I'll ask it again on Friday when we cover social media. If every single one of the social media platforms were to shut down, what would happen to your social media branding? If all your print media were in your business office and your business office sprinklers were to go off, what would happen to all of your print branding? Thank you, Talicia. Gone. Gone, right? This is the reason why you want to have things with separate companies. Yes, it would be easier to have one bill for everything. Yes, in case of a crash, you lose everything. If this internet were to go down right now, do you know how many people would be out? Y'all know what I'm saying? $, out, right? Because we're not thinking of the fact that that could happen, but it could. I put up a post not too long ago that said to people, if you were to wake up tomorrow and all of this social media does not work, how in the world are you going to make money? If social media crashes, how will you make money? Many of us and many of my BrandMaster clients will continue to make money because what have I instilled in you guys? Have an online presence, an offline presence, a print presence, a web presence, a social media presence. I've instilled in you have multiple areas where people can reach out to you. Have a printed list, have a digital list, have a list in your phone, have your phone backed up. Like if you guys are not backing your phone up, if any of you are Amazon Prime members and you are not backing your phone up to Amazon for free, all them photos for free, you're losing. If any of you are Google users and you are not backing your phone up to your Google account, you're losing. Trust me, I have gone through so many crashes, even one in 2019 that I'm telling you was a gut punch, and many of you were there for it. You guys were there for it. You saw me drop out of communications like you just don't know. I have had so many crashes. And so now, not only is my information backed up to my computer, but it's backed up to an external hard drive, and it's backed up to Google and Amazon now. Okay? Because if you're going to pay for certain softwares and features and memberships, y'all need to go in and click that benefit button and see whatever you have. See what all you have and make sure you're using every bit of it. I did not realize with an Amazon Prime account that I have free photo backing. I have unlimited photo backing space. So if Amazon want the pictures of me when I snapped all of my setups of my office and everything, it backs up automatically. Guys, trust and believe. Crashes happen. You need to have your stuff in multiple different areas, making sure that it is secured and making sure that you can access it. Miss Deborah said her computer crashed 2 years ago, and because she didn't have anything backed up, she lost everything. Whew. Sis, a crash is a gut punch. Will cause you to drink, will cause you to smoke, will cause you to philander, will cause you to lose your mind, right? And so I bring up those things not to scare people into tactics, but to tell them and make them aware that they need to be thinking about certain things that could happen. It's better to be prepared. Take the time to get prepared. So with Amazon, let's see. I'm going to see what I can pull up on my screen, Miss Deborah, to tell you. However, first, I'm going to say this because you know I like for you guys to know where to get your information from before I just give it to you. Because what you teach a person to fish, they will eat forever. But if you buy the fish for them, they will eat for a day. I know y'all know the proper way to say that. But let me tell you, YouTube University has the answer to everything. Ms. Deborah, YouTube University has the answer to everything. So literally that statement that you have right there, how do you, let me put that on the screen so people can see it. How do you back up to Amazon? Literally, if you type, how do you back up to Amazon inside of YouTube into the search bar on YouTube, you will get your answer. However, what I did to figure it out is I went to my Amazon account. Let's see here. I'm going to do it on my side first. Make sure I don't have anything pop up on my end. All right. So here's what I did. I went in here and I went to this button here where my name is accountant list, and I went into, oh, where is it at? Your Prime membership, right? When I went into my Prime membership, let me click on that. Make sure ain't nothing else sensitive gonna show up, because you know, once stuff is live, it's just live. Ain't nothing you can do about it, right? And I'm not going to delete a whole video because I made a mistake. All right, here we go. So yes, I can show that screen now. So once I went in there and I clicked into your Prime membership, it brought me here to this screen. When I went into this screen, I started looking under what's included. And I don't know where that button just went, but I started scrolling down and it said, my shipping is free. I can stream certain things, shop, read more, like, and here we are under the more button, Amazon photos, unlimited free photo storage. And I started going through, what are my benefits? What do I need to do? How I started just going through this. And I also found out that I could add my son, manage a household. I could add my son to my Amazon Prime account and he could order stuff to be like, I just started going through everything and figuring stuff out, just clicking on it and looking and seeing what my benefits are. And once I finished up with Amazon, I went to my next account. What's in there? So not to get too far off topic, but this is the reason why you want to have multiple things in multiple places. So if your domain and your email pretty much are together, and let me explain that. If you go to martinabrityoverton.com, or if you go to makemoneywithmartina.com, these are my domain bases. However, if you're trying to get in contact with me based on one of those domain bases, you would probably go to contact or info or Martina at makemoneywithmartina.com. As you saw earlier, what I was saying about if you did not own a domain and you wanted to get your domain purchased, what I said was, and I think I'm going in the wrong direction, what I had said was here at the bottom, on one of these screens, me trying to be all cute, fast, in a hurry, let me find it. Okay, here we go. That you could use my affiliate here and you could go to domains.makemoneywithmartina.com. This is one of the ways that you are available to grab a domain, and you're available to give me $1 or $2 towards, or give me a credit or two. I have to go and look and see what it is when a person becomes a domain owner inside of my affiliate account. One of the things I know that it allows me to do, it is allow me to help you, and it allows me access to your account when you give me your information, so I can go in and help you set up like subdomains or things like that. I have some accounts that I have set up for people who have products, and they didn't realize that they needed, it would help them to have a subdomain. So let's talk about Stephanie. So if you go to stephaniejsanders.com, that is going to bring you specifically over here to her house on the web for her business, right? This is where it brings you for her business. However, if on a specific day she's talking about our amazing Nubia trim, which I order faithfully, you could literally go to coffee. Let me take all that off the beginning. You could literally go to coffee.stephaniejsanders.com, and I think I had a hiccup with it. I might have to use Cheryl's for the example. Yeah, I had a hiccup with hers and I have to go and fix it. So let me use Cheryl's. Coffee.CherylDemps.com. So if Cheryl were doing the same thing and she has a marketing, it would take her specifically over to her coffee portal. So she doesn't have to give out her specific company link. She can literally give out her coffee link, which is coffee.CherylDemps.com, and it will bring you to her coffee portal. You see what I'm saying? So again, that's the way that you will help people understand how to get to a specific product. However, again, if her web, her domain, her email, her maintenance, her hosting, and everything was with one company, and something happened on a given day with that one company, then again, all of her information would be lost. So yes, you would want to keep certain aspects of your branding separate. You would want to purchase your domain and your email in one area, and then your website and your hosting and your SSL and SEO in a separate area. So when you just saw me type in Stephanie's information, up here in the top left-hand corner, there's a lock. That lets you know that her site is secure. So if there was an online transaction that needed to happen, her site is secure. If I needed to literally copy this link, here is the signification letting you know that a site is secure. That S stands for the site being secure. Some sites, when you go to them, there is no S. And guess what? That is okay if you're not having an online transaction. If there's no need for secured information, encrypted information. It could be just an information site. It is okay that when you go there that the lock is unlocked because you are not specifically sharing encrypted personal bank account transaction information. Not every site has to be locked, right? Not every site requires you have security. However, again, it is best to have certain areas of your branding separate. So in the case of one area going down, your brand does not suffer. If social media goes down, you still have a web branding. If your website happens to go down, you still have a social media branding. If your house happens to have some type of water leak and all of your print branding suffers, you still have an online presence. If your social media, your web presence, and all your print branding goes down, then you might want to have a relationship with your city chamber of commerce so that you can continue to conduct business in the interim that you go and get your social media, your web, and your print branding back up. You need to make sure that you have multiple streams and multiple sources and multiple ways of making money. We see what's going on with the pandemic right now. A lot of people have lost their jobs or been laid off, or their hours were decreased, and they've had to do what? Ramp up their side hustle, join an opportunity, figure out a way to make money online. Always be marketing, always be making money, always be looking forward to different ways to what? Be able to grow your mindset, grow your money. You know what I'm saying? All of those things. Always be marketing and always be available to learn how to do that. So want to ask you guys how today's information was for you all. Whether or not you have any questions, now is the time to post those questions or to post those. What's going on, Vang? So good to see you. Want to be able to answer those questions timely if I could. If you have any questions, then just go right ahead and populate them into it. Yes, you did. I knew I was closing out Tealicia. So yes, this is what I was saying. I wanted to make sure that I covered at the end. I did not write down an agenda for today before I got started because I knew I was doing web branding and I pretty much see the screens and know everything that I'm supposed to cover. So I did not write down an agenda. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad to know that, Miss Deborah. Let me go ahead and get some of your comments up. That is amazing, amazing to know. If you guys have any questions, now is the time to populate them. If not, then I will look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. Friday, we're going to cover social media. Friday, I will probably get started right at 12 o'clock. Or a little bit before 12 o'clock because I believe we have Mr. Townsend's live on Friday at 1 o'clock. And I want to make sure that I do take the time to explain to you some areas of social media. It's going to be in an overview format, but there is so much that you could really get into as far as social media is concerned. So I want to make sure that I do give us ample time to get this overview information on social media. Miss Deborah, you are so funny. You are so funny. Thank you. So let's see. Just want to give you a little bit of cushion of time. If not, if everybody is good, then I'm glad to know that I was able to get this information out to you. Again, and as always, if you have been branded by the Brand Master, please post those 7 amazing words. I got branded by the Brand Master, letting people know something or a little something about some of these receipts in the streets, because I promise you, people don't believe that receipts are needed or necessary because some people just don't believe. They don't believe and they don't understand. If you have not had the opportunity to head over to my business page on Facebook or to the YouTube channel to see an amazing video presentation. I'm going to see if I can actually find it very, very, very quickly here, because this is one of the things that I find has been very helpful to people trying to understand why they don't have no money. And one of the reasons they don't have no money is because they don't know their numbers. And so I did a video here on Mindset on Monday last week, and it's why you're broke and how to fix it. So if you have the opportunity, I'll probably need to create a short link for that so I can put it out for you guys to be sharing. But people need to understand why they're broke. And it deals a lot with not knowing their numbers. And I'm harping on that video because not only does it make it clear for people to understand why they need to know their numbers, but it also makes it very clear to people, for people to understand their own value. And I'm not interested in just making the money. I'm not interested in just, leveling up or any of that. What I'm very crucially just harp on getting people to understand is your value. Stop devaluing and underestimating your own intellectual property. There is stuff that Mr. TorrenceWilliams, from your many, many years inside of your company that people need to hear. There are so many things that with regards to the military that so many people need to hear. So many, like especially the young people who are getting into the military. You being an educator and a trainer and, helping these young cats who are going into the military know what they need to have in order before they go in, what to expect once they go in. All of those different things are of personal value to you, that you have years of experience that have absolutely nothing to do with your company, that is an intellectual property that you could be sharing with these young cats. That would be an amazing speaking platform for you. God delivered right now, I promise you. So it's not just about us doing your personal branding related to your particular company. Your personal brand needs to also be related to who you are as a person and how you can give that value to other people. Okay, so guys, stop devaluing your own intellectual property, right? A minister, Miss Deborah, everything that with inside the spiritual realm, we need to figure out. And I know you're already working on some books, sis, so you're already on the right path. I've already had you and I sit down and tap into your own personal gifts and talents. Now we need to explore and expand those more. You hear me talk about Talicia's gift in the kitchen and Talicia's gift in the garden. I'm telling you guys, there is so much information that she has, and we have to figure out how to hone it in, bring it in, and put it out there, because somebody like me needs to know how to grow something out of the dirt in my front yard in case, I don't know, the grocery stores and all of that gets shut down as well. You know what I'm saying? There are things that we are devaluing in ourselves that we literally need to learn how to monetize, how to put out there as value for people. Because I promise you, yes, Mr. Torrance, the brand is you. I promise you, people need that. People need to know what it is. I know Vane Baker is a single father of a teenage daughter. Do you know how many other single fathers would value how he literally makes it from day to day to day, caring for his daughter himself while working a full-time job, 2, 3, or however many jobs he has, and running an online business as well? Some people may want to know how in the world he balances and juggles it all. There are so many different things that you have as your own intellectual property that you would need to figure out how to find value in yourself first, so that then other people can actually see you for that and come to you for that, and you can make money by helping them understand a better way to do XYZ. Okay? Quick question too. Add Smiley's daughter info to Hope on Purpose. Yes, you could. And what I would suggest is because Smiley's daughter deals with cooking, catering, even time with your daughter and your mother. It deals with 3 generations of her passing recipes down and your daughter in the kitchen with you passing recipes down. Smiley's daughter also comes from herbs and things that you pull out of your own garden. We would need to find something short to put as a subdomain to hopeonpurpose.com. And we would need to figure out what is a short word that would encompass the different areas of what Smiley's daughter brings to Hope on Purpose. There is a thought process that we need to go through with that. And actually that thought process would need to come from you and what your natural verbiage is. And once I hear that and hear the vision of that, then whatever is downloaded to me as a statement, then once I deliver that back to you, it sounds natural to you because all I did was take your paragraph of words, bullet it so that it now becomes a part of your natural speaking vernacular. You know daggone well I can talk for days. And I had to figure out how to take, let's see here, let's see, I'm going to use these two analogies to get you to understand the direction I'm going in. How in the world did I go and take, you guys can see my screen still, right? All right. How did I go and take, and I need to pull up one more. Hey, Cassie, you made it on, sis. I hope your conference call went well. All right. So what I'm doing is showing you, I did not mean to click that. I meant to click see more. All right. So I hope I got them in the right order now. I had to take this about blurb down to this amount right here, down to this amount, down to this amount. Y'all see that? I had to go from here's everything I am and everything I do and what I want to talk about to here's everything I am and what I do to here's everything I am to here. But when you see this, Martina Yeoverton, the Always Be Marketing BrandMaster, daily goal to brand you, educate you, and help you, go to girl for simplified graphics, and I help people who want help. Those little bit of 5 statements say exactly that. All of that right there is in that right there. So that's what you have to do. You have to be able to give your elevator pitch quick, fast, in a hurry. If you in an elevator with me and I happen to be at a workshop and I'm a speaker, you'll probably speak to me before I speak to you. But if we happen to be in an elevator together and it's just on a general day and I'm wearing some of my marketing and you have some marketing on and it looks like you're in a business or whatever, I'm going to speak to you. And I'm going to cater whatever the conversation I say to you for you to understand who I am and what value I could possibly bring to you. It ain't going to be pitchy. It ain't going to be salesy. It's just going to be, how can I help you? Especially if I see a jacked up logo. It's like what are they? Salivary glands begin to water. My mouth begins to water when I see a jacked up logo. Because I'm like, ooh, I can help them. Right? So literally, you need to be able to tell people your value, give them your value without sounding salesy, give them something free, give them some area that you can assist them with, give them something that you can help them with quick, fast, and in a hurry. And you need to make sure that whatever that you're doing literally revolves around them. Let me feature one person before we leave on today, because I need for you guys to see the development of what loyalty looks like and what longevity looks like. I've been working with Cassie for many, 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 many years through many, 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 many brands, and not necessarily just all her brands, people that she's worked with, business ideas that she's had, co-clients and things like that. And so she came to me. We started out on one brand that was for her ministry. We did her book cover, some editing for her book together years ago. We came out with her additional ministry. Now she's doing a nonprofit helping young women, single women, teen mothers, and all of this. And it's so many different things that we've gone along the way, right, that we've done over time. And just recently, I'm going to pull this up, Cassie. You're probably going to kill me for doing it, but I hadn't had an opportunity to feature you yet. But she has an amazing brand out for her ministry right now. And I have the long link. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, Cassie. And I want to quiz you guys, and I want you to tell me what you see is her brand. What do you see is her brand? What colors do you see? What feel do you get? Let me move my branding off the screen. I don't want that. There we go. What feel do you get? What do you see? What jumps out to you immediately? I need to be able to see your comments. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong screen here. There we go. Now remember, this whole area right here we're working on because we're trying to decide how to divvy that out. But let me go down beyond that. What do you see when you see this brand? And don't worry, Cassie, there's a delay. Because for me, when I first saw her logo, I was like, warmth. I don't want to feed y'all any answers. Helping people figure out their destiny and who they are in Christ. Okay, there's one on. Y'all might want to see it if I put it on the screen, huh? There we go. So this is actually under construction. This is actually under construction. So what you're seeing right now is what you're getting back some feedback on right now, Pastor Cassie, is just some love from the community. And yes, it will be live on YouTube and everything. And the reason I want to love on her is because even last night we were up to the middle of the morning because she was stepping out here on her own, doing her own YouTube page, getting her own, connection going, getting her social media links together, getting her content, over to me so that we could build the web page. And what just tripped me out is I said one thing. I was like, I can't find a YouTube channel. Now she cross-eyed, tired, and sleepy, but she's sitting up trying to figure out how to get me access to the YouTube channel, and instantly sends me access to the YouTube channel. And I go over there and she done already started loading videos on the channel. Already got her logo in place. Already have 8 subscribers so far. Hello, guys. Hello. Already got 8 subscribers so far. So understand, and we haven't even launched the page yet. We haven't even launched the page. We haven't even connected all the links and everything, but she's already got 8 subscribers. Okay? So guys, understand, this thing takes shape quick. It takes shape quick. This is why you need an online presence. People can't get out to visit the church right now. So what does she immediately implement? Okay, we're going to have a Sunday call each Sunday. You're going to call in and be able to hear it. We're getting ready to be streaming live in a minute if we can get that going. Okay, so understand that people are craving the connection. You have to get your online presence out here now. Because eventually when the economy opens back up, people are going to need a place to go praise and worship. And they're going to go to some place they were already connected to when things were shut down. Don't you want to be that place they go to? Don't you want to be the person that they continue to rock with and ride with? Because you were there for them when times were bad. You see what I'm saying? So this is the reason why you need to understand who you are, what you have. Get somewhere and pray about it right now, guys. Figure out what your passion is and let's get busy. So I just wanted to share that because I woke up this morning again with Divine Destiny on my mind again. And it's just, me and my color palette. I would not have chosen this color palette. But when I saw her color palette, I was like, wow, that's dope. That is, I don't even know what the word is. It's almost like, and when I saw the women in the fatigue, I was like, they out for souls. They out for spirituality. They out for helping people. This is dope. I can work with this. This is a whole new color palette for me, and I'm loving it. So guys, that's my time for today. Thank you for your lengthy time. I greatly appreciate it. We usually don't run an hour like this, but I'm really excited for the fact that you guys have rejuvenated your wills to get your brands together, to get out here, to get in these streets, to give this information to people, to share your souls to people, to share your hearts, your gifts, your talents, your value to people, so that we can start helping people level up. It is time. It's past time. This was supposed to happen now a clock ago. And it's time for us to get out here and get this done, right? I ain't leaving you, sis. Where you think I'm leaving you to? We good to go. We good to go. So guys, if there are questions, definitely continue to drop them on the feeds, whether on YouTube, whether on Facebook. Eventually, I will figure out how to get things set up for LinkedIn as well. Because if you are a business, you definitely need to have a business presence. And if you are a business, you need to be on Google. If you have not had the opportunity to go Google yourself and figure out this little hack right here, you need to go find yourself. You need to go get yourself. You need to go put yourself out here on Google. If you are a business, you need to be on Google. Okay? Because what do you do when you want to find out about a business? You go Google it. So you need to make sure you get your business on Google. That's my time for today. Y'all know I can go on to another tangent. And yes, I will keep going and going and going, Miss Deborah. But I got to give y'all back your time. I got to get some work done. As you see, we got some work to do on Miss Cassie's information. I got a list over here that I've got to get to. And Cassie, I don't know if you received a notification, but you should have received access to your drive. And inside of your drive, you should have seen that the logo motion files were uploaded. And if you get an opportunity to go over there, you'll see that there are 50 logo motion files. Some of them are color palette and some of them aren't. But if you get an opportunity, you'll see there have been lots of different logo files that were actually loaded to your drive. Okay, there are 50 of them. So I'm just pulling up one or two of them, but trust and believe there are lots and lots of logo files. These will be used for your intro and your extro, for your YouTube videos, when you speak and all of those different things. Those are the reasons that all of that is up there. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys soon. To your success, Martina Britt Yelverton. I'm out. Yep, don't y'all just love how this gets me every time?